Senator Michael Bennet announced this week that he has the support of over 100 Colorado business leaders, which includes some prominent Republicans. Bennett's Republican opponent, Daryl Glenn, has yet to mount a major media effort. Eric, I thought you had a genius line when we talked about the Republican primary earlier this year. You said the winner of the Republican primary was Michael Bennet. And I think so far that has remained absolutely true. At this point, does Michael Bennet even want to mount a race? Because that would only remind people that he has an opponent.
Oh, he'll go through the minimum effort of mounting a race. He's showing up at a Club 20 debate this weekend, I believe, in Grand Junction, but he turned down a Denver Post debate. I believe he is participating in a Channel 4, Channel 12 debate come mid or late October. So he'll pick his shots. He'll engage enough that no one can accuse him of not engaging. But let me just make a serious suggestion. I think we can retire this race, almost retire this race as a topic around this table. This is not a competitive race. Neither national party, no national political analysts have this on their race as a competitive race. If you flash back a year ago, the Republicans in their battle to hold the U.S. Senate, which is a tough battle on which they have no better than even odds, but they had two prospects. They were defending a whole lot of Republican seats, but they had two prospects for takeovers. One was Colorado, the Bennet seat. The other is the Harry Reid seat in Nevada. The Reid seat is still very much in play. The Colorado seat has gone by the wayside. The Republican Party at some point is going to have to answer for this debacle that they did not even mount a serious campaign to dislodge an incumbent U.S. Senator.
Greg, I guess I would follow right exactly where Eric ended. How does a major party, the Republican Party, allow their statewide U.S. Senate candidate to become all but invisible?
By letting people in your house and they set it on fire. I mean, they put a lot of people have been able to sort of become a part and have a voice in the Republican Party. And right now, the House is on fire. The arsonists are in control, right? Mm-hmm. And I think what happens for the Republicans is, you have to raise it and then start over. And people have been saying that for a while now, and I think it's coming to pass. I think that's what the problem is. Michael Bennet, last year, the Washington Post and some other people were saying he was one of the most vulnerable people in the Senate, right? Mm-hmm. They were saying that a year ago, and now we're saying let's retire this as a topic. It doesn't take long for things to change, but with the Republicans, they've got to put forward better candidates nationally, congressional districts, Senate races, even gubernatorial races. They've just got to rebuild a party that's in shambles right now. So. Mm-hmm.
Patty, we see a Republican Party for the last, I guess if I'm doing my math right, last 6 years include this debacle and a little thing called the Dan Mays disaster. Is there something about the structure that we're not seeing here, or is it just a passing thing?
Well, the structure's burned down, as Greg said, and Dan Mays he might not have lit the match, but he certainly didn't give a fire hose over to put it out. That's the thing about the Republican Party. Couldn't they have learned a lesson from, they already had a small bench, but we saw some good candidates come out before, and then the stranger ones wind up getting the nomination. Dan Mays is an excellent example, though. That should have been a lesson that you have got to get your party and your house in order, or you're just not going to ever win another election.
Mike, is there a path here for Glenn to get some relevance between now and Election Day?
There's a path to get some relevance, but I think it's pretty clear that he's not going to be the U.S. Senator from Colorado, and part of it is, well, look, the GOP may be on fire, and have you met Republicans? Think about this, that the state GOP convention nominated a guy, Daryl Glenn, that spoke to them. And do you think that the Democrats would have let a Daryl Glenn through that process? No, I don't think so. They're much more disciplined. They're about winning. They are about discipline. By the way, they are in a bit of shambles themselves with the Bernie Sanders phenomenon, but they're much better at containing it, and a lot of that's because they have a much more rigid structure of funding, where there is no there is no guy you call in Colorado anymore to make sure the right guy gets nominated in the Colorado GOP. That just doesn't exist anymore. Whether that's good or bad, it does mean that Republicans tend to nominate people who actually reflect what, in the primaries, what they believe, as opposed to Democrats who might nominate the person they think can win. And so if Republicans just need to want to win, basically.
It's not lost to me that we're seeing this the same year that Bill Armstrong passes away. I don't think when Bill Armstrong was running the Republican Party in Colorado, you don't see this kind of
Hank
stuff.
Brown, Bill Armstrong, there are no guys like, I mean,
Right.
that model's gone.
Yeah,
for the
surely
most
is.
part. Yeah.